The CIA, reporting next, is being accused of murdering 3 Guantanamo-Bay detainees back in 2006. A former guard at that notorious prison is making those claims in his new book.
Investigation was over before it began. I think now we know where they died. Many of the soldiers speculated that this was a CIA facility.
The author Joseph Hickman says 2 Saudis and 1 Yemeni national died in suspicious circumstances, while the authorities at Guantanamo claim they were suicides. Hickman, though, has been telling RT why he doubts the official versions.
Many detainees that were on the same cell block that night also have said that the government, no one hung themselves in their cells that night the way the government said. They saw nothing like that. Well, on January 9, 2006, I was stationed at Guantanamo-Bay. I was sergeant of the guard for Camp Delta and the outer perimeter. I was in Tower 1, which was about 25 feet away from the medical clinic. While I was there, I witnessed a van. We used to call it the paddy wagon. It was a detainee transport van. The van came into the gate, backed up to Camp 1, and took a detainee out of Camp 1 Alpha Block and put him in the paddy wagon and drove it out of Camp Delta. It made a right and then a left as of leaving the Camp America. When I got suspicious because there was no military commissions going on. They were taking detainees outside of Camp America, and I was suspicious on why they were doing it or where they were going. There was a turn. If they made that turn, it was going to a facility we called Camp No, which was a CIA black site on Guantanamo at the time.
Well, that camp that Hickman's talking about, Camp No, or Penny Lane, is located to the north of the main detention facility. It's also been reported that it's been used as a secret CIA camp for turning Gitmo prisoners into double agents and to help the US track terrorists. Hickman says the events he witnessed as a Guantanamo guard are what compelled him to expose the truth.
I did try to put it behind me when I left Guantanamo. It was a horrible place. But then when I got home and I'd watched the news, and after those 3 deaths, there was 2 other detainees that committed suicide. And I wasn't there to say exactly what happened, but I knew from my experience those men didn't commit suicide. So it brought up questions, which brought up nightmares, and it just haunted me until I came forward.